2025 has just begun, and already it looks like some of the Simpsons predictions are coming true. The wildfires in Los Angeles that have burned thousands of acres of land and destroyed countless homes were eerily shown in an episode of The Simpsons nearly 9 years ago on September 25th, 2016. In that episode, an American town was engulfed in flames and smoke. Just like the real-life scenes in Los Angeles today, aerial photos of the affected areas bear a shocking resemblance to the Simpsons scene. But how much truth is there to all this? How does The Simpsons predict the future so accurately? You may have seen this famous photo before Donald Trump, Saudi King Salman, and the Egyptian president placing their hands on a glowing orb in 2017. The strange part? The Simpsons apparently showed the same scene back in 2002. But is this really true? Have powerful figures planned everything in advance? And apart from the wildfires in Los Angeles, what other Simpsons predictions could come true in 2025? We'll discuss all this in today's video. Viewers, The Simpsons is a legendary animated sitcom that first aired on December 17, 1989, before many of us were even born. Since then, it has released over 700 episodes, making it the longest-running scripted show in both the cartoon and drama categories. Initially, it was popular mainly among children, but today it has no age limit. The main reason? Its uncanny ability to predict real-world events years before they happen. There is a long list of past Simpsons predictions that have come true. In a 1998 episode, Homer Simpson is shown standing in front of a blackboard, writing a mathematical equation while trying to invent something new. At the time, no one paid attention to this scene, but 14 years later, in 2012, scientists discovered the Higgs boson particle, also known as the God particle. Shockingly, physicists who made the discovery admitted that Homer's equation was very close to the real calculation of the Higgs boson's mass. In March 1995, an episode showed Lisa Simpson visiting London. In the background, the famous Big Ben and the London Bridge were visible, but there was one strange detail: the episode depicted a cone-shaped skyscraper that didn't exist at the time. Exactly 17 years later, in that same location, a skyscraper of the same shape was built, the Shard. Construction of the Shard only began in 2009, 14 years after the episode aired. How is such a coincidence possible? In 1998, an episode showed the 20th Century Fox logo, but beneath it, the words "a division of Walt Disney Coors" were written, even though Fox wasn't owned by Disney at the time. Then, 21 years later, Disney actually bought 20th Century Fox in real life. In the year 2000, an episode titled "Bart to the Future" depicted Lisa as the President of the United States, complaining that the country was left in financial ruin by the previous president, Donald Trump. At the time, Trump was a well-known businessman, but he had no real political aspirations. However, 16 years later, in 2016, he actually became the US president. Another scene showed Trump descending an escalator while waving to a crowd. The exact same thing happened in real life in 2015 when Trump announced his candidacy. In 1998, an episode featured a list of people who were predicted to win a Nobel Prize in the future. One of the names on the list was Bengt Holmstrom. That episode aired in 1998, but Holmstrom actually won the Nobel Prize in 2016. 18 years later, these predictions have brought The Simpsons immense fame. People are amazed at how the show manages to predict real-life events so accurately. Now, let's talk about The Simpsons predictions for 2025-1. Big Ben's digital clock. In one episode, Big Ben was shown with a digital clock instead of an analog one. While this may seem unlikely, it's not impossible. In 2022, during renovation work on Big Ben, there was talk of temporarily converting the clock to digital for a special occasion. Could this happen in 2025? 2. A female U.S. president. The show has predicted that the U.S. will have a female president. In 2016, Hillary Clinton ran for president but lost. In 2024, Kamala Harris also attempted to run but was unsuccessful. With Donald Trump set to take office again in January 2025, how could this prediction still come true? Some speculate that Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, might announce her candidacy for the 2028 election this year. 3. Mind control technology. In a 2010 episode, a device was shown that could control people's minds. Interestingly, Elon Musk's company, Neuralink, has been working on a brain-computer interface. In 2025, Neuralink is expected to introduce its first prototype. 4. Cryptocurrency boom. In a 2020 episode, Professor Frink creates his own cryptocurrency, Frinkcoin, and becomes the richest person in Springfield. Another episode showed cryptocurrency replacing traditional money. Given that Trump has promised to make the US the global crypto capital, experts speculate that 2025 could be a big year for crypto. 5. Fusion energy. A 1996 episode mentioned fusion energy, which is cleaner and more powerful than any current energy source. In 2022, a lab in California successfully conducted a fusion reaction, and some believe a working prototype could be unveiled in 2025. 6. Holographic phones. In a 1995 episode, Lisa is seen using a phone that projects a 3D hologram of the person she's talking to. Today, companies like Meta and Apple are working on holographic technology, and by 2025, we may see a version of this in real life. What's the truth behind the Simpsons predictions? While many of the Simpsons predictions have been eerily accurate, not everything is as it seems. Some real-life events happened first, and the Simpsons made an episode afterward. The viral image of Trump, King Salman, and the Egyptian president with their hands on a glowing orb? The real photo is from 2017, but The Simpsons made a cartoon of it later, leading to a false rumor that it was predicted in 2002. Similarly, the famous Trump escalator scene was actually created after he had already descended the escalator in real life. The real event happened on June 16, 2015, and The Simpsons posted their version on July 7, 2015. The truth is, The Simpsons doesn't actually predict the future. Instead, its writers are exceptionally observant and skilled at analyzing trends. Many of their predictions are just coincidences. With over 700 episodes and thousands of scenes, it's natural that a few of them end up resembling real-world events. When they showed futuristic gadgets like smartwatches and video calls, those ideas were already being explored in tech circles. The Shard building in London? In the 1995 episode, The Simpsons placed a cone-shaped building in the background. But back then, there were already plans to demolish an old structure and build something iconic in its place. The writers simply guessed that it would be a futuristic-looking tower, and they were right. So, are The Simpsons predictions real? The answer is not really. They aren't psychic. They're just great at spotting trends and exaggerating possibilities for humor. Some things they've shown are pure coincidences, while others are just smart guesses based on existing developments. That said, The Simpsons remains a fascinating show, and who knows, maybe some of their 2025 predictions will come true. See you in the next exciting video.